Welcome in to the Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast. Kevin will be here in a second. That is the reason why we pushed to 8 o'clock, and it's going to take him a little bit longer. But welcome, Hawk fans, to another podcast sponsored by FanDuel, and it's a good one tonight, Grant, because it's a victory pod, and it's a big victory. 37-0 over the Badgers. The FanDuel app sits right down there in the middle where Grant's pointing. We're going to get to some odds right off the bat because we're going to recap our picks
without Kevin.
No, eventually once he hops in, but there's some other stuff that's going on too because the game that we are now working towards this week is drastically flipped from not just the preseason but just a few weeks ago, and there's obviously a lot of information and drama and news on that front. We'll get there. Ryan, why is Kevin always late? Dude doesn't even have kids. Yeah. What he does have, though, is it's like his baby, and it's his profession. And this is what I'm just guessing on, is he works a job where he's technically on call. And so he can get called in all times. The guy loves money. And so he takes like 99.9% of those calls, even if at some point he could pass it off to somebody else. So it is what it is. YouTube sucks. On YouTube says, love you guys, not in a gay way. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it'd be fine if it wasn't a gateway. We love you back. We love another one of our sponsors, Eagle Point Solar. Eagle Point Solar of Dubuque, Iowa leads the way in solar installations in Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Their solar projects span a large range of applications, including municipal, commercial, residential, academic, agricultural, and utility functions. They're the turnkey solar contractor here for you from start to finish. If you guys have any interest in solar energy, they are the leader, likely, for our area, our demographic of the Midwest, and they do great work. We love having them as a sponsor. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the last time we have them on the show, at least for the time being. Hopefully we can get them back on in the future. We've had a great partner in Eagle Point this year. And they're fantastic people. And I think the one thing that is so true about them is that even just being a sponsor, a partner of the show, they educated me for an hour plus so that they could educate you eventually if you guys are interested in that solar energy. The Midwest is rising energy costs, and you guys can maybe take control of that by hitting up eaglepointsolar.com. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Good to be here, boys.
Kevin Ward, good to see him back out there.
And that is a perfect soundboard placement. Haven't had one of those in a while. It's great to be here, isn't it? 4-2.
Not bad. It's best we could have been this week.
Best we could have been. The Bull remains in Iowa City.
4 straight.
And we have a stranglehold. Not that that's impressive right now. We'll get to that in a second. On the Wisconsin Badgers. I'm not sure. What is going on in Madison? Kevin, do you have any idea how this got so bad?
I think we beat the dead horse on this one.
I didn't think it was really this bad, though. It's bad.
It's bad. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. They just completely threw the culture and identity of a program that they had instilled over the course of about 20 years out the door.
Unreal.
It was a winning formula, and they decided they didn't like it anymore, went a different direction, and that just became a dumpster fire. The system that Fickell runs, the culture that he kind of has in his programs just doesn't fit at Wisconsin. Just doesn't work.
Scott mentions here on the comments, jump around. Our team, the Hawks, were jumping around.
That was awesome.
No stress at all as they entered the fourth quarter. We never played a game like that up there in Madison. We got one win up there in 2015 during our 5 years, and we were in no position to jump around entering that fourth quarter.
Buttholes were tight.
It was tight. I think it's still tight from 10 years ago. So shout out to the boys. The Heartland Trophy stays home, and it feels good to have it. Some part of me feels like you don't want Wisconsin to be that bad. Like you want them to be like some kind of respectable, because you obviously still want to win the games. You'd love to have that stranglehold on them, but if they're that bad, the game is like worthless. It's not even good on the resume. So it's not good for the Big Ten. That's a historic program. We just talked about 2 decades worth that they've just shoved down the drain there. They don't have the same kind of players. They don't have the same kind of coaches. God bless those fans that stayed and watched that game for as long as they did. They kept panning to the crowd, and I'm just like, these poor bastards.
It was pretty empty in the fourth quarter, but
the Badgers, not Bastards. It's the Wisconsin Badgers.
Call them whatever you want. At this point, I don't think they care.
I'm pretty sure there's more Iowa fans there by the end of the game. I heard some IOWA chants through the TV fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always cool.
That's always pretty cool when you go into an opposing stadium, and then by the end of the game, there's more of your fans there than theirs.
And their schedule doesn't get any easier.
No, it does not.
I think they have Ohio State, Oregon back to back next. And then also on their schedule is like Washington, Indiana, and Illinois. So
they will be underdogs every game the rest of the year.
Will they be double-digit underdogs every game the rest of the year?
Let me see. Yes. Home versus Washington.
9 points?
I'm going
to say no, not
7?
double digits. At Indiana, yes. Home versus Illinois,
maybe not.
At Minnesota will not be a double digit.
Yeah. Wow. It's so interesting that we have these 3 programs that have turned over coaches. Indiana, Wisconsin, and Nebraska, all in the last 3 seasons. And you have kind of the middle and both extremes of results through the first couple of years of all those coaches. Signetti is doing crazy things. It's we should have beat those fucking guys. It's unbelievable that we didn't.
It makes that having that one slip through our fingers hurt even more.
But he's doing unbelievable things. They just go and they frankly they handled Oregon a little bit better than they handled Iowa.
So they're a better team the entire game.
Yeah, and I don't think Autzen has shit on Kinnick. I said that last night on the post-game show that I did with Travis. Thank you, everybody that came and saw that, tuned in. I'd be more scared as an opponent to go to Kinnick Stadium than I would to go out to Oregon.
I didn't keep up with the the pregame pressers at Indiana this week. Did he have like a compliment battle with Dan Lanning like he had with Kirk Ferentz ahead of the
I believe he did.
Game?
Yeah, okay. He did compliment him. I don't think it was as much as Coach Ferentz, but he was complimentary.
Yeah, I'm still not over that. I was like, I don't like how much I appreciate. I don't like what you're saying. It's very nice, but I don't like how much you're saying it. Go on. Sorry, that was 2 weeks ago.
Pouring on the perfume. But then you have the opposite in Wisconsin. They thought that they were getting what Signetti is at Indiana when they hired Fickell. Home run hire until he started playing games. And that I just don't know if it could be any worse. And then you kind of have
in my opinion, it's a mismatch of coaching style to program, to culture and identity of the program. Just a mismatch. Just isn't going to work.
I want to say that how do you say his last name? Is it?
Well, yeah, you're right. Like, and then you have Rule, who's
right in the middle.
Right in the middle. I mean, they're 5-1. They got an easy schedule this year, but they're doing about as well you could ask.
Yeah,
this year.
Positive progress through 3 years, all 3 years. But I mean, they are not some juggernaut. They're very beatable. Nebraska is very beatable. We'll talk about that more as the schedule gets closer to that game. Maryland maybe should have won that game. And
probably should have won that game.
And hey, that's a game that Nebraska loses. They lose close games, and credit to them, they found a way. So maybe they're changing some things up. They're figuring some things out. Like I said, presented by FanDuel all season long. Let's do a little recap on the betting picks. Grant, if you could bring those onto the screen. If it wasn't for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights just just completely dying in the second half and just giving up, I would have gone back-to-back 3-0 weeks. I'm coming, right?
So I am a little confused by that pick because I think they're playing it like what's that? It was a late night Friday night game, so a short week, and they're playing at like midnight their own time.
Well, Kev, you got to remember the strategy.
That's right.
My brain told me that Washington should win that game, the cross country travel, the Friday short week, like that, all of that, and so yeah, I agree with you. I agree. So realistically, I went 1-2, but because I'm flipping my picks, I'm 5-1 of my last 6, and Grant can continue to sit there on the other side of the computer screen and just say, "Oh, great! Oh, no, you're almost up to 400 record. Just wait."
I'm rooting for you. I'm a team player. You like, hey, on this team, I don't want to like. We're here to celebrate 500 and above. All right, like we're not satisfied with a 200 record. We're not like doing little like, oh, look at what we're cooking up here.
We're cooking.
Right? We're trying to win. Now I'm here to support as well. But
okay,
all right.
9-16. We're doing much better.
Kevin, is there not a standard here? Right? Kevin came out here. He declared that he was like, I will promise a certain number above.
Yeah, I know. We're all very there's a lot of strong opinions here on the betting segment on the Wash Up Walk-Ons, and FanDuel's had a sort of a stranglehold on us this year as a whole. Northwestern, the big one there, picked them to cover. Didn't think they'd win in Happy Valley, but Penn State is a situation, and we're gonna get into that here
later.
we're gonna get into that. They covered the 22.5, and they won the damn game outright. And were the final nail in the James Franklin coffin, just over a decade worth in Happy Valley with the Nittany Lions.
We'll get into it later.
Yeah. So
a lot of thoughts there.
And then Friday, Grant, you said it's always good to start off hot on a Friday. Gets the vibes right.
1-1, 1-0.
North Texas comes out, first time they've sold out their stadium ever. Only the 5th time they've ever hosted a ranked opponent. And they go down and score. They're up 7-0. And I'm like, oh, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. And USF decides to they let the dogs go, and they didn't call them off. It was like, 63-36 or something?
It was not close.
It was
covered comfortably.
They won by 30. So good weekend for me.
Yeah, solid stuff.
What'd Kevin look like?
It's coming up, I promise.
Kevin got his picks in late.
Yep.
Buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. Right before the Friday games kicked off. Not sure if these were the same lines that you guys were looking at, but USC was my favorite play of the weekend. They handled Michigan pretty start to finish. It was never really in doubt. Michigan, I don't know where this line came from, but I think Michigan still gets a little bit of love for, being a powerhouse like 2 years ago.
They're getting brand respect.
Yeah, exactly. It's brand respect. USC clearly the better football team. They control that game. They win by 17, I think. So they cover the 2.5 pretty easily. Maryland plus 6.5. Again, we're talking about they probably should have won that game, but they covered. They lose by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Notre Dame minus 23.5. Notre Dame probably should have won this game by 40. They were inside the 10-yard line 3 times in drives that resulted in 0 points.
Wow.
And but thankfully, NC State just became a turnover machine in the second half, and so Notre Dame does squeak by and cover this one. So 3-0 record.
Very good.
And Grant, how did you do?
Let me pull up the graphic first. But we went 6-4. Solid
good.
Weekend.
That's solid. 60% is good.
I'll take 6-4 every single weekend. It's over time. That'll work out just fine. But yeah, Maryland has been just my statement loss team the past few weeks. Been pretty decent.
Statement loss.
Like they should have won this game. They played great. Lost. They should have beat Washington. Lost, but that's all good. Texas was just the plug your nose and pray play of the week, and they just went out there and turned that into Iowa, Wisconsin from 2016. But hey. Got away with the dub anyway. I do worry a little bit was Mateer fully healthy? Was it the right decision to bring him back right away? I'm not sure, but it was a good win for Texas. The North Texas game, because Carl, I'm going off right now. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear.
We can't hear it.
That was, you were right. That was crazy. Like 3 touchdowns. I was at a friend's house, right? Or I was going to one right before. I left at halftime, tied up, and then by the time I got to my buddy's house, it was a 3 touchdown game. It was crazy. Like it was like, what happened possibly in the last 15 minutes that could have completely blown this up. CSU, shout out. Rocky Beers, tight end, Valor Christian High School legend, finding the end zone and comfortable win there. UMass, I put my hard-earned money on UMass this weekend, and that might have been the worst bet anyone has ever placed in their entire lives.
I loved your tweet. You said I woke up and really decided to put my hard-earned money on UMass.
On UMass. I don't know what I was thinking. I really wanted to believe, but it was over instantly when Kent State player DeRealist Clark took back the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
That is not his real name.
His name is DeRealist Clark.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable.
And he's up there. He might be a contender for return specialist of the year. His team's not very good, but he has returned multiple kicks this year so far. So, and then I don't know, Utah, USC, all good. Arizona completely blew it. Embarrassing. They had BYU dead to rights. Lost in triple overtime, brutal. But we can talk more about DeRealist Clark here.
This is
I don't understand the humor.
This is unbelievable. Would anybody like to hear it? You can.
All right, yeah, why not?
DeRealist Clark.
Oh my God.
DeRealist Clark.
Okay, we get it.
DeRealist Clark.
Why do you keep hitting it? Okay. Yeah, no, solid weekend. Yeah, don't got much else to say except for Arizona let me down. Oh, I also single-handedly took down Iowa State again. People aren't talking about that.
Hey, wow, what an embarrassing. I mean, this isn't really a shit on Iowa State show, but we'll do it if it's there for the taking. What a bad loss for the Iowa State Cyclones after you just got kind of put on your ass by Cincinnati. And then you go to a 2-4, a 2-3 Colorado team, and you go and lose there. Wow. And don't love that because, right, like that's one of our losses. You would prefer that your losses look better than not, but man,
I still at the same time, I just wish no joy, no happiness over there.
I don't know which one of you.
I don't care. I hope they lose.
At the same time, I understand that. Like, hey, with Indiana, totally get the sentiment.
Not with Iowa State, doesn't apply.
No, Iowa State can lose every game forever.
Okay. I just can't get.
Were you guys both on the episode when Drake claimed his friend ate 9 Pancheros burritos, like a couple weeks ago, just recently? Well, we have that friend in the comments.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Drake's friend Cole Miller on YouTube. The one he claims ate 7 to 9 Pancheros burritos. Wanted to clear the air. It was actually just 3 fully loaded burritos in 18 minutes. Tried for 4. Couldn't do it.
I'm going to need a definition of fully loaded. Does that mean double meat?
I'm imagining that's double meat.
Veggies would clarify in the comments.
I will say that in 18 minutes is still very impressive.
Also, I'm curious when you said tried for did 3 in 18 minutes. Period. End of sentence. Tried 4, couldn't do it. Does that mean you went back a second time and thought you could get 4 burritos in 18 minutes? Or did you add a 4th burrito after the 18th minute?
I also need to know.
It's a very big distinction.
Are these burritos from the Riverside Pancheros or the downtown Pancheros? There is a significant difference in the size.
Could even be from a third-party Pancheros somewhere else. I don't know if that was in Iowa City when that happened.
Burrito press conference, real quick.
This guy. So that's good to clear the air. That probably is the most important thing we'll talk about all night. Good betting recap. Thanks to FanDuel for sponsoring the show this year. Feels good to get a win. Man, is winning just medicine, baby. It feels good. Everybody, Kev, you know the feeling. Everybody gets on the bus, happy. You go home, you sleep better.
That's a fun ride home after that type of game.
You wake up the next morning that you don't hurt quite as much. That could be a lie. I don't know. I never really hurt. Do you hurt less, Kev? Physically?
I don't know if you do, but like just because like everyone's happy, like mentally, it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm a little sore, but it's all good, man.
Got a couple-
We won, we feel good. We're rolling right now.
Couple bruises, but I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll run it out. The vibe. I wish you could take and bottle the vibe within the facility after a win and after a loss.
The Sunday morning after a win like that, yeah,
It's so different. And the boys, shout out to them. Trophy game. It's a big one because we lost the first trophy game of the year. And those are indicators, right? It's obviously puts us at 4-2, keeps us on track. Kev, we had a conversation. And there's a lot of stuff that happened this weekend in general with Oregon, with Penn State, a lot of teams that are on our schedule. And you start to look at it and you're like, okay, you lose that Iowa State game, you lose the Indiana game. You're just not sure if the Hawks what is this game going to turn out? What happens in this Wisconsin game? Now you're sitting here and you're going, Hawks could fuck around.
Yeah, I mean, we say it every year. There's never a game on our schedule that we can't win. And I think after this week, every game on our schedule looks more winnable than it was before, except for maybe USC looks harder than it was before. I think USC is actually getting better week by week.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a tough game going to.
We don't exactly have a history of success traveling to Southern California.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the big part of it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Penn State, obviously, we're a favorite in the Penn State game now.
Wild.
Yeah, Drew Aller breaks his ankle or whatever. He's out for the season. We're a 2.5 point favorite. I saw that at the Open.
It's up to 3.5.
It's up to 3.5 already.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Everyone's smelling blood in the water in Penn State. Oregon, I think obviously Oregon's a good team.
Yes.
But I think they're not nearly as good as people thought they were. I mean, it's a good win for Indiana, but I think that's going to be a single-digit spread when they come to Kinnick in a month.
We have to do some serious pumping of the brakes with the downgraded perception of those two teams because the easy thing for people to do, Kev, is like, okay, they went to Oregon. Indiana went to Oregon. They won by 10, controlled that game. Looked better than when they came to Iowa. Maybe Iowa's got the edge there. Penn State, no coach, no quarterback. We've got that one in the bag. Whoa.
Yeah, agreed. Like Iowa's a 3.5 point favorite. You could see what the numbers are and how often does a 3-point favorite in college football actually win the game. I don't know, maybe 60% of the time.
I could ChatGPT that.
But no, I say that because like Oregon, like they went to the wire with that Penn State team, and we are now seeing that the Penn State team has got a lot of cracks in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, how good is Oregon? That's my question.
They might be asking the same question because you start to do the transitive property and you're like, what are our wins here? You could do the same thing with Iowa. We have 4 wins and our best win is against an Iowa State team that's 4-2.
I wish.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Or, not against an Iowa State team.
Did Rutgers
against a Rutgers team.
Rutgers is the best team that we've beaten. For sure.
Sorry, I brain farted there.
Saturday, I talked myself into it being UMass, but that didn't work out.
I mean, I believe I was on record after that week. Was it UMass or was it Albany? I think it was Albany, week 1. And I was like, hey, you don't know what this Albany team's going to be the rest of the season.
I still think Albany. I might have to. What's Albany's record right now?
I don't know. Can we check in with the Albany Great Danes?
They were in like Rosillo territory. Where I was like, I actually came way more impressed by Albany.
So, by the way, Cole piped in and said it was the downtown location. He bought 4 for a challenge and live tweeted it. And he just couldn't get the 4th done.
Okay, so that's worth
valiant effort.
I'd say each downtown burrito is about 80% of a Riverside burrito.
Yeah, they were stacking them thick.
Would you agree there, Kloof?
Yeah. That's
oh no. Oh boy.
Not good for Albany.
It's 1 in 5.
Oh. I thought they might be a powerhouse this year. I thought they might run that conference.
Did a statement win over their rivals at Cornell, though. Congrats them.
Okay. Well, there you go. But anyway, yeah, Kevin, this is one of those things where it's like, okay, great. It all looks more. It looks a little bit better, a little bit more sunny. That doesn't mean that you go up and down those Penn State and those Oregon rosters right now, and you're like, holy shit, they got some talent. You know?
Yeah, they still have talent out the wazoo, but you feel good. Iowa's getting a little healthier.
Yep.
And we're playing better week to week. And you can clearly see that just watching the game.
That is my favorite part about this team is if you really look at the team, I think full scope, I think it'd be hard to say that you haven't gotten better each and every single week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we played Albany next week, I think this time we cover a 40 points.
70 or 80 to 0. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Swish in the comments says sup throat goats. Swish, love having you here. So that's kind of what it's looking like. This Penn State game absolutely flipped on a dime, but let's wrap up the Wisconsin recap. We're obviously not going to do a drive by drive or it didn't matter. This Wisconsin team had absolutely nothing. They had nothing. They had one drive where they decided to throw on 4th and 2, and they dropped it, and that was the closest they ever got to even threatening to score against the Hawks.
I was honestly a little bit surprised. Their first drive, they have it 4th and 1 on like the 45-yard line, their own 45, granted, but like, what are we punting for? Like, you have nothing to lose here.
You gonna play this one to a 10-6 game? I don't think that's the issue.
Yeah, no.
Well,
and then it was just all downhill for them from there. That Iowa goes on an 11-play drive, field goal, and then interception, touchdown, interception, touchdown. Game's pretty much over at that point, 17-0.
Yeah, and we even had that early fumble get reversed that was another one that we would have had. I talked with Eichholt last week on the press recap, and we got into a little bit of game preview against Wisconsin, and I kind of foreshadowed that I thought this would be the game where we finally get multiple interceptions. I did not think that it was going to be two thick picks.
Putting the emphasis on the dough in the Doughboys. Get the big
Graves,
fellas.
sneaky fast, like for his size.
And then come on. Just give him the touchdown. Why do we have to review it? Come on, just give him the touchdown.
And I feel for him, and I completely understand. I didn't get run down. I just obviously fell, but that hurts. That hurts, and there's just not a lot of opportunities for a guy like that to score. But they were loving it. They were the morale, the celebrating on the sideline. We're getting interceptions. I don't know what that quarterback could have possibly been thinking when he threw that ball. I don't know any angle that I saw where it was like, oh yeah, that's why he threw it. Graves was literally just sitting in the window. But hey, thanks Simmons. They're in a bad spot over there. I think they totaled 209 yards. We ran the ball all over them. Which was supposed to be, I tweeted about this. This was supposed to be like their one thing. They can stop the run.
Yeah, they played Michigan pretty tough last week.
Well, Michigan put up almost 200 yards rushing and ran for 5 yards per carry. I did a little research. The other 4 teams that they played have rushing attacks ranked 79th, 103, 128, and 130. So that stat was really, really heavily skewed by they just hadn't played good rushing teams. And yeah, we dominated. Our offensive line looked incredible. It was amazing to see, and the running backs look good. Moulton looked good.
Yeah, it's good to have our running backs back in the game.
Xavier Williams making some good cuts.
Yeah, we get Jazzy back, and what's the update on Jazz?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I thought he was gonna. I didn't think he was gonna miss a game, and then I just haven't heard a single update on him. And
yeah. Nathan McNeil had an awesome 25-yard play, put his foot in the ground. He's shifty, man. He's got some real talent. He's going to be huge for the Hawks. And yeah, we don't even have 2 of them in there right now. Terrell Washington Jr., Jazz. Like, we have a stable You look at the leading rushers of the Big Ten, and I think you have to go all the way down to like 20th to find Kamari, but it's because we spread the rock around so much. And it does like
Mark.
And Mark is at one point was like 13th on that list 3 games into the season.
We got him in the end zone again. Touchdown streak continues.
We did, and let's talk Mark Gronowski a little bit. I don't think he looked 100%.
No, you could tell. I think one play where he ran out of bounds,
and he couldn't slow down.
He kept running for quite a while.
But he can't.
Like Forrest Gump, like he's about to run over the cheerleaders.
I really wanted him to be at like 85, 90% for this game if he was going to go. It looked like he was closer to 75%, 70. But he gave us what we needed.
Yeah.
17 of 24.
Yeah.
You know, all we needed, just, hey, dink and dunk, pick them apart. Some check downs.
I mean, when you're running the game like that, especially like we're up 17-0, like second quarter pretty early, and your running game's just mowing people down. You don't need your quarterback to do a whole lot. You don't like anything. Why would you, right? Like,
no.
You're in control of the game. The game's yours to lose. Like, just don't make mistakes. And he did have that one interception, which is
heat check.
Yeah, definitely wish he had that one back. Honestly, I flashed back to Iowa State.
Yep.
Game where it's like, okay, we're in a good spot. We're going for the kill shot right now, and again, it's not open. Don't take it. Just don't take it. Just eat it. But yeah, luckily it doesn't hurt us. But yeah, that's just he's got to be better with that on that one. But other than that, I think
defense looked good.
Everything you need them to do.
Defense looked good. Special teams looked good. Kicks looked great. Snaps looked great. Everything kind of came together. All we needed was a just dog shit Wisconsin team. They're bad, man.
Yeah,
it's not great.
They're bad. And you know what they could use? Probably they all could use an alcoholic beverage.
They got some good ones over there.
And they love to drink. They love to drink. They don't have a Big Grove
drink up there, and
they could come across the border and head to that Iowa City location in Big Grove. I'm sure they would welcome them with open arms. Give them get the Badgers all an easy Eddie. Get a bottle in you, right, Kev?
Get a bottle in you.
Get a can in you.
Get a can in you.
Hey, take some edge off. They need something over there. Big Grove Brewery.
I mean, yeah, they need something up there.
They maybe a Big Grove, maybe an Easy Eddie and a Citrus Surfer, maybe 2 of each. I'm not sure. Big Grove is the official watch location of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Easy Eddie is the official craft beer, and they're a great partner this season.
Yeah, shout out to Big Grove.
Where do
how long does Fickell last? I mean,
well, this is
we saw one team fire their coach with a bigger buyout, much deeper pockets over there in Happy Valley, but you can't keep putting this product on the field and like expect your fans to show up, expect your recruits to stay, expect the money to keep flowing in. Like,
yeah,
I'd say at one point you're actually costing your program money.
Yes,
by keeping it there, right? Him there.
Yeah.
Because if you get to the point where fans, boosters, and recruits are apathetic towards the program, like you're just going to nuke the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's what makes me think, like, I don't understand how he doesn't go into the locker room.
It's not just losing. They're losing bad.
Yeah, I don't understand how he doesn't go into the locker room last night and the AD isn't there to say, hey, buddy, you're done. We'll announce it at the end of the season, but you're done. And then I think about that, and it's like, well, why would you wait to announce it? This is a game of speed.
I mean, I think it's just a numbers game for them right now, and they feel like they don't have.
I think it's
they don't have the buyout money, or everyone's got it right. They just don't want to spend it right now.
Yeah,
I think it's in the neighborhood of $40 million. Can someone double check that on me?
Can we get in the chat? Can we get a Fickell official buyout number? Does anybody have that handy? Yeah, that's and you're right. It's funny because you think Wisconsin, that's a program who wants to That's a football program, man.
Dude, it should be so easy to have a successful Wisconsin football program.
All right. At the end of the season, it would be approximately $25 million.
Okay, so it's not quite as much. It's still a shitload of money.
But I mean, it's a state, one college, one D1 college, Wisconsin, 11 million people, and you're 2.5 hours away from Chicago. Like, you should be able to get good recruits. You're not really competing with any in-state recruiting, and you're right across the border from a very fertile recruiting grounds. And they built it. You have a cool university that people like to go to. It's like a fun school to go to. It's a party school. Like, kids like to go there. Fans are really engaged usually, if the team's any decently good.
Yeah, you've got
cool
everything.
Cool environment. Like, there's everything that you could possibly want is there if you can at least get the team to show up.
So it's got to be a money thing, because like there's just no way. There's no way that obviously the fans are on the side of that, but there's no way that even the players, the staff, the faculty, no one over there is sitting there thinking this might turn around. No, like there's just nothing.
This is the week we got it,
guys. I think everyone's like, look at this schedule and like, yeah, we're writing this year off. So like,
they're trying to save $6 million. It says 31 million this year, 25 after this year. So they're just trying to save that $6 million.
Yeah, I guess.
And hope that they can still get somebody good in the coaching carousel at the end of the year, because that's the game you play too, Kev. Is like Penn State's now they're making calls.
This will be a very competitive offseason for getting a coach. Like last year,
I mean, I can see them giving James Franklin a call.
Wow, that would be insane. He would, and he would probably do well.
I mean,
make him say no.
I'm not a James Franklin fan by any means, but Penn State was pretty much always good, right? And they just want to be able to compete for national championships.
Yeah.
And he could never win the big game was his biggest thing. I think Wisconsin would be happy to go to the college football playoff every year, even if they don't win the big game, if they don't beat Ohio State, or if they don't beat.
They're in the same tier that we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wisconsin would be very happy to have a James Franklin level of success program.
Yeah, because he was winning 10-ish a year, 10 to 11 at Penn State.
And Wisconsin doesn't have the resources that Penn State has, but you
just went over it though.
Yeah, you have everything you need to meet Wisconsin expectations, and then some.
Yeah, you drop a game and a half or two per average winning per year, but that's okay for Wisconsin Badgers. And every once in a while, you get that 10-11 win season that puts you in the playoff.
Wisconsin would love to have an 8-4 floor, 10-2 on average every now and then, run the table.
Yeah, you're talking about Iowa, Wisconsin. It's the exact same thing. That's just where those programs are with the infrastructure that's kind of been built through history, and that's what it is. It's funny that's the first time I've even heard that, Kev, is if Fickell gets fired, when Fickell gets fired. What about James Franklin? I mean, that is wild to me.
Why not? He's been in the conference for 15 years. He knows.
How dirty does that $50 million buyout feel when you know that, because these guys are like high performers. They do this for a reason. They want to win. Do you get paid $50 million to not coach, to be fired, and you just sit there and you're like, this is just something about this feels wrong?
I feel like there's very few coaches at that level, like who have obviously gotten to that level of success to have those type of contracts, that feel remotely good about getting fired and getting a $50 million check.
Yeah.
Like you're already what was he
making? The door. All good.
Was he making $8 million a year, whatever? It's like, if money is even an object to you at that point, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, for real.
So
this guy, Jay says,
like these people definitely want to win more so than they want the money.
Yeah.
I got to imagine the majority of them, right?
Jay says Fat Fitzgerald to PSU.
I could see him doing well with Wisconsin.
He would do well. He would do well with Wisconsin or Penn State, I think.
I think he's a good coach, and I think either of those programs, I think he could make a very, very meaningful impact.
I have no idea where this actually sits. Obviously, nobody does other than the AD and a couple other people at Penn State. But
Did they announce who's the interim for Penn State?
I have no idea.
It's one of it was like the associate head coach. It's a guy already on the staff.
Okay. Matt Rule being pegged as a front runner here.
I just what does Matt Rule solve at Penn State that James Franklin couldn't solve?
But Grant, that's a good question. It's really hard to find anyone that's going to do what they want to do consistently. I mean, that's just reality.
I know, but
I mean, I could see Penn State throwing the checkbook at Cignetti and just saying, write your number down.
It's got to be the first call.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's probably going to say no, but if that's
Cignetti probably is like, has his agent on the phone. It's like, hey, tell Indiana my contract just went up, effective immediately.
The price just went up.
Yeah. Why not? I just had a big win.
Yeah.
And then a huge coaching job just opened up, and my name's at the top of everybody's list right now.
He's got to be the first call.
Yeah, absolutely. I get a raise. Otherwise, I'm taking these calls.
Man, what a wild spot to be in your life. Just different institutions fighting for you, millions of dollars. We'll pay you this many millions. I mean, it's got to feel good. Matt Campbell
people in the
also
chat saying Matt Campbell's name is thrown around on every discussion board for every job. I don't think there's ever like any actual truth behind it.
My source for that was a Tory for Heisman burner account. So he's my lead investigative journalist.
He's
got his nose in the in places that you guys don't. Right? He's in the alley.
There's a couple Iowa accounts that throw
it's become like a meme. It's like anybody gets fired. Sources say Matt Campbell is interested.
There are several accounts that put that out there as a joke now to piss off Iowa State people.
Yeah.
There are legitimate people out there that aren't in the Iowa State ecosystem that have put out Matt Campbell on a list of 6 or 8 coaches. I think he's a legitimate, like, long shot candidate here. I don't know if he would take that job. He has sort of from that 2020 era where they won 6 games and beat Oregon in an Insight Bowl and had his stock really high. He's built it back up a little bit after last year. Now, after the last 2 weeks, I don't know if he's the guy you call, but
I'm going to throw a name out there. Just it'd be freaking hilarious.
Brian Ferentz.
Also hilarious.
He's too good. He's too good for Penn State.
What if they went after Urban Meyer?
That's not that dude. That's like one of the front runners. I mean, are there odds?
Someone made like I don't know what On3 writer did it.
What does Saban come back to college football for? You know, I guarantee you somebody just put a feeler out there to him. I guarantee you. He got a text message from somebody. He's like, "Hey."
Oh yeah, 100%.
As
the AD, you have to make that call. Like you have now this very interesting spot where as an AD, you're like, I can call anybody in the book here. We're Penn State. I at least can call them. Worst they say is
top 10 coaching job in the country.
Worst they say is no.
Yeah.
So like if the Saudi investment fund, let's say tomorrow, it's like we're taking over Penn State.
Yeah, they've bought.
And then all of a sudden they like live tour money, and they could just dump around like I don't know what are they paying Phil Mickelson to be on the live tour right now? Like $300 million. They just stupid. Like, hey Urban, twilight years, just coming out. Why not?
I'm seeing.
I don't think the next Penn State coach though is a current college football coach. I think they're gonna be either really ambitious and go get like a John Summerall or someone like a Tulane, or it's someone that's like maybe sitting out right now and we're bringing you back in.
Some obscure betting site put this up. I don't know, and then a fan reposted it. This could be completely made up, but the current odds as of like this afternoon were. Matt Rule plus 200, Cignetti plus 600, Manny Diaz plus 700, Urban Meyer plus 900, Lane Kiffin, Joe Brady, Will Stein. Those were the names on the list.
Let's get into like after
Matt Rule at plus 200.
He has been touted as like the most clear front runner if there is one. It's his alma. I didn't know he went there. I was unaware that he went there, and I believe the current AD at Penn State was at Temple when he was. I could be getting that wrong. So there's a relationship there.
That'd be hilarious to see him get them to 5-1
and just be like, sorry, boys.
He's like, immediately. I'm out. goes to Penn State, and Nebraska just crumbles again.
Dana Holgerson takes over as head coach of the Nebraska
He
Cornhuskers.
probably would. That probably would be the hire. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
So it's just wild. It's very, very.
But I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Penn State was the favorite to win the college football playoff coming into the year.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, they were undefeated, and there was
a couple plays away from beating Oregon at home.
There's nothing wrong in Happy Valley. Everything was like, all right, everything's going to plan. In the matter of 3 weeks, this man got fired. 21 days.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It really makes it so hyper evident of the stability, like in a program like Iowa, where the expectations aren't that high. You have Coach Ferentz, you have fans, and like that is how quick things can flip. And for what? Because he couldn't win double-digit games. He couldn't win a national championship, basically. And every other program in the country now, sure, that's a great spot to be, I guess, as a Penn State fan. But do you feel great right now? I don't know, man. That's so cutthroat. It kind of just boggles my mind.
I mean, they were getting booed off the field the last 2 games.
So was Wisconsin. Coming back to the Wisconsin game, when they went in at halftime 23-0 and you could hear the boos over the TV, that was great. That was awesome. John Gruden, I saw that name put out there as well.
John
Gruden fighting Nittany Lions.
That visual just makes me throw up in my mouth.
I'll tell you what, man.
I feel like that'd be a very
pay me $25 million. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the next coach is. I don't know when Fickell gets fired. It feels like at this point it's a foregone conclusion. They've probably gone to him and they've been like, "Hey, this is it, bud." So
Ben Clark asks, "How do the players feel if they miss assignments and get the coach fired?" Don't know. Can't relate.
Yeah. Bad.
Probably not good. Unless
Bad,
you didn't like the guy. I don't know.
But as we come to the backside of this podcast and it kind of flips over to, wow, what a week to be playing this team, right? We're a 3.5-point favorite on FanDuel.
I kind of wish that they didn't fire him this week.
I know.
Then we beat him. Then he got fired.
Know, because
make it feel just a little bit better.
And because the other thing is, like, when teams get their coaches fired, sometimes they have this weird rally. There's like this weird.
I feel like Penn State, with the amount of talent they still do have on the roster, that still goes out there and plays the games,
which is a fuckload,
is not a good team to play when they have nothing to lose.
Correct. Feels bad.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they lost their coach and their top 5 quarterback in the country to a season-ending injury. So they're going to be starting Ethan Grunkemeyer. He's thrown 2 passes this year, 1 for 2. He's a redshirt freshman, and he'll be making his first start in Kinnick at night. Not the place that you'd like to do it.
Not ideal. Not ideal at all.
Is Phil Parker going to continue to be a high blitz percentage? I think so.
Might dial up even a little more.
I think he might bring the heat on this young buck. Tough day to be Ethan. Hopefully, hopefully he doesn't just shred us. I don't know why he would.
That'd be very unfortunate. He just becomes like Heisman front runner after this.
Yeah,
game.
he steps in and goes like 30 of 38 for 400, and we're like, okay, what is going on? But I do think this, Kev, we talked about smelling blood in the water. I think the fans smell that too, obviously, right? What better experience to go to Kinnick Stadium and watch?
Oh, Iowa fans are going to be even more hyped.
It's going to be electric in
I'm
Kinnick.
very upset I'm not going to be able to be there.
I'm very upset that I chose the Indiana game now over the Penn State game. In hindsight, we had the opportunity to have the box for this one.
But that Indiana game was almost so perfect.
I know. We have somehow gone from a preseason 10.5-point dog in Kinnick to now a 3.5-point favorite. I chat GPT'd how often does a 3.5-point favorite win the football game? It sits at 63%.
What did I say? 60?
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like that. It's like fairly reasonable.
Is there a 63% chance that the next time I'm in Iowa City, I get Grays or Hamburg in?
No.
It's probably higher.
Guarantee it's higher.
Yeah. It's probably 80, maybe 90.
What about for parlay? What's the percent chance that you did both?
That I could parlay a breakfast at Hamburg Inn into a lunch at Gray's or with Gray's. That's maybe like plus.
Might as well throw in the
Honestly,
afternoon coma nap.
Oh, could you imagine a belly full of pancakes and a pie shake from the Hamburg Inn, and then about 1 o'clock you go rip like 10 chicken lips with that ranch, dude. If you guys haven't tried our two food sponsors for this year, it's comfort food, man. It's the kind of food that you sit down, you eat, and you go, God damn, why haven't we had that in forever? Or why haven't we tried that until right now? And that's exactly what Gray's is. It's exactly what Hamburg is. You can get the in-person experience at Hamburg. Again, we've talked about the ambiance, the setting, the vibe, the history on the walls. Just a great spot, that diner feel. And then Gray's is just, you can catch the Hawks by a million flag up in the Gray's location.
Signed by yours truly.
Signed by Kevin and Drake, not myself, because I haven't been there since they had it up.
That's a long time.
I know.
I know.
It's been
because the last two times I guess I was there. I just didn't sign it because I picked up and we were gone.
Oh no.
So that's the positive of Gray's. You can just slide in, grab your food, head on your merry way. Gray's Gourmet to go, unbelievable partner, as is Hamburg Inn. Go get yourself a pie shake. I'm partial to the French silk myself. Kevin's more of a cream pie guy.
Do like
so get yourself one of those. And what else do we have on the rundown? I don't have any. Good to have RVZ back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet he would love a chicken lip or two. He's probably eaten a couple this offseason because he looks the part. He looks a little bigger.
Yeah, definitely good to have him back. Feeling pretty healthy going into this game next week, so it's always a blessing halfway through the year, and you're still playing with pretty much the same depth chart that you started the year with.
We need Gronowski to take another step.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to feel more comfortable and look more comfortable with running the ball. Now, granted, he still pulled it down on an RPO and brought it towards the camera of the TV copy for a first down on like a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. And I don't think you can doubt his toughness. He's a tough SOB. We got a good guy at the helm, and I think passing-wise, he was still effective, right? 17 and 24. So I'm happy with that. Again, we've gotten better. You see those guys, Dayton Howard and RVZ on the sideline, and you're like, God damn, like we just need to get these guys in the ballgame. So I like what we're doing there. Phillips has been good. Gill shows up every once in a while. We get Weechin involved. I mean, we've got weapons that are serviceable, more than serviceable, especially if we get in a rhythm. And if that run game is cooking, God, that's all we need. And so, so there we are. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are going to transpire, a lot of conversation that's going to go on because we are now the team that plays the reeling Penn State Nittany Lions. I am envious of anyone who's going to be true. Wesley says family show.
It's true. This is a family. It's a family program. I saw that you were called the family man recently on Instagram, I believe, by your wife, Kluber.
My wife called me a family man?
I want to say she posted something on Instagram, and it's just like, wow, family. It was like,
shout out to Lauren. Thanks.
I wanted to say, or maybe it was just said family or something. It was a photo of you, but I was like, hey.
Oh, she said family of 4. Kluver family of 4.
Oh, I was like, yeah. Is that the guy from that family show I watch?
That's how people refer to me now. Yeah. No, it was our first official, like, professional pictures that we've done as a family of 4.
Nice.
So we got dressed up. You'll notice that if you go and find those pictures, I'm in a sweater. It was 87 degrees on the afternoon we took those. And I was so happy about it.
Was that when was the last time you went full long sleeves like that?
It's been a long, long time.
in a non-like
fucking-
hoodie, I guess.
I was gonna say February for like legitimately going outside and
Kevin's wedding when you had to put on a collared shirt.
Yeah. It looked good
Maybe.
at Kevin's wedding.
I would have let you go in the sleeveless tuxedo.
That would have been cool.
If you asked, I would have let it.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have disrespected the event like that, the occasion, but that would have been fun. Yeah, so I have nothing else. I wish we could recap more of this game. We just dominated them front to back. It was really fun.
Can I ask a question before
I don't know how much we learned, but yeah, definitely ask a question, Grant.
What is Wisconsin this offseason? You think they go 37 squats, 37 burpees,
Oh,
maybe?
yeah.
You think they go? What do they do?
Man,
They make it 100 push-ups.
I think they find a coach who doesn't do gimmicky bullshit like that and like treat
maybe,
your
instead of-
22-year-olds like they're 12.
Instead of the punching bags, maybe jiu-jitsu class. We just
yeah, they bring
What's
Drake
up?
in, and they do
Yeah.
37 minutes of jujitsu every day.
I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. I want to.
They
Maybe they should just focus on getting better at football. I mean, maybe we should not do our squat sessions with a mask on and strobe lights going on in the background, and people blowing whistles. Maybe we should just do the fucking work, okay? Maybe your football team will be a little bit fucking better then. Crazy idea.
There we go. Brian with the super chat says Iowa team jump around was too sweet. It was. You just don't get opportunities like that.
I was dying them. So they showed the Iowa bench jumping around like we're crushing them right there. Guys are feeling good. Everyone's jumping around on the Iowa sideline. I was begging them to show the Wisconsin sideline during that.
And there was a wide shot. There was a fan who took a video from way up, and it started on the Wisconsin bench, and it's just they're all just kind of minding their own business, like they ain't doing shit. And then it pans across, and it's the oh my god, dude,
that's gotta feel so bad. It's gotta feel so bad,
so bad. But then also, Kev, these guys, I don't. There's a lot of dudes who are just there right now. I don't know how much will those guys have left. I was really hoping that Fickell would be also on the same timeline of Frankling here because I wanted to name this episode Ferentz and the Hawkeyes final nail in Fickell's coffin with a little alliteration in there.
You're like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
That was good.
That would have been cool if like we beat Fickell, they fired Fickell. Beat Franklin, they fired
Franklin.
That would be pretty cool.
Would have been an unbelievable 2 weeks.
Yeah. But
So
yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting week. What's the message this week against your KF, Kevin? Coach just got fired. What's the approach to the team there? Is it just we focus on us?
2 weeks ago everyone was telling us how bad we were. How we couldn't close out a game. And now everyone's probably sucking your ass out there, telling you that there's no way that we should lose this game. But we just gotta focus on what we're doing. We gotta take care of what we can control. Okay.
I don't care. I don't care who the fucking coach is. All right, those guys still have a lot more stars than you guys do. They look better in the fucking uniform. All right, and they're gonna come in here, and if you let them, they're gonna look like Under Armour mannequins. Okay.
5-star, Guttenberg, Iowa.
Guttenberg. Speaking of Wallace, somebody, I don't know if it was serious at all or not, but somebody way up in the comments said, "Does Wallace throw his hat in the ring for the Penn State job?" No. Would he be good at it? Probably. But I think he's going to get I don't know if that's the job you take as your first head gig. And I don't know if they'd be interested in him anyway.
That'd be a tough first head coaching job.
It'd be a tough one. We did not shed light on this, and this is not that I want to, but tough toolbox game. Lost the toolbox this past weekend. Shout out to the boys for all their effort and bringing entertainment. Shout out to Wisconsin for streaming it, giving people the ability to watch the game. Now we just got to win the game, and hopefully, is my hope that like our one big live event next year, at least one of them, can be the toolbox game back in Iowa City. I want Kevin and myself, or Grant, or maybe Drake. I want some kind of commentating going on. I'd love for the video guys inside Iowa football to help us, and we want to and then we can sell merch and do bullshit on the side too. But when it's in Iowa City, we always want to bring the recognition and the publicity to that, because those guys work their asses off and no one really, they don't promote it a ton. So it's fun for people to go and watch that game. And hey, they have it now. So if we win next year, we get to run across that sideline and go grab it. And that'd be a cool thing to commentate on. So appreciate you guys being here. A little later start tonight, but a ton of people joined. We will be dropping pods all week. Me and Eichel will be back. It'll be interesting to hear the press conference. Heading into the Penn State game, we'll have a preview on Thursday, Wednesday night, if you want to join us. And we love you guys. Thanks for being here all season long. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to G-Bone and Kev for being here and doing the show. Shout out to the fans for being the fans. Walk on Army. We'll see you next time. Peace.